Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I have been wanting to come back into YouTube regularly for a really long time, and recently I have been filling out this notebook of ideas and things that I could do, but clearly none of them really inspired me enough to take the leap to actually start making videos. But recently a colleague of mine started a YouTube channel, and she, much like me, has an academic interest in YouTube. In one of her videos, she actually talks a little bit about the reason why she started the channel is that she thought it would be great for her to have sort of the knowledge that a YouTube creator would have, and that it would be beneficial for her to have that as she studies the YouTube platform. This really struck me and made a whole lot of sense to me. And I will say here that the two of us have very different academic interests in the platform. So I sort of started mulling over ideas about how I could take my academic interest in YouTube and sort of use that as a way to sort of make weekly videos and still get that sort of insight into the platform. Now, I'm really interested in this idea of social media and new media being these platforms for storytelling. And so I decided it would be best to find a way to experiment with this idea of storytelling and sort of turn that into my new way of approaching YouTube. So that way I can get sort of the creator's perspective, but from a place that is very much tied to the storytelling process. And I think something that I've mentioned a long time ago when I was doing YouTube many years ago is that I have always been a creative writer as well. I think I started writing when I was just a wee little thing. I'm sure I was still in grade school, or maybe even younger when I first really started trying to write. And so over the years, I've come up with and started a vast number of books, but just never have technically finished anything. Pretty soon, I sort of became obsessed with this idea of using this platform to sort of tell some of my own stories that I've started. There's something really cool to me about this idea of this unmediated direct-to-consumer space that YouTube provides for storytellers. It really allows the success or failure of my work then to be sort of determined not by the gatekeepers of a publishing industry, but rather by you all in the internet. So I thought I would sort of just take this idea and run with it. Moving forward, I am going to be releasing chapters right here on YouTube of a book that I have been writing. It'll happen in cycles, so I'll release one episode a week for 12 weeks, and then I will go on a hiatus for a few weeks, and then I'll come back with another 12 chapters, episodes, whatever we would like to call them. Now, during the hiatus, I'll still be uploading though, but during the hiatus, what I'll be doing is uploading things like writing process and academic related things as they pertain to this sort of process that I'm going through, research that I've done, maybe answering some of your questions if you have some of them for me, whether they relate to the academic stuff or to my writing process, and maybe I'll just do some fun, very YouTube-esque kind of videos in between as well. Now, the reason that I'm going to be using sort of these 12 episode installments and then going on hiatus is that the hiatus will allow me to take some time to continue to write, because this is going to be a work that is very much in progress. It is not finished as of this point. So I'll be sharing work sort of as I go, which is part of this experiment, which is terrifying and exciting all at the same time. So it'll allow me some time to sort of catch up for the next installment, and then also be able to at least edit a little bit on my ends, because clearly this is just going to be sort of solely edited by me and maybe with a little bit of advice from friends of mine perhaps, but largely it is not going to go through like the process that it would normally go through if it was being released by a publishing house, right? So this is going to be sort of a way for me to continue the story and make sure that I have content for the upcoming 12 weeks. I also want to share just a little bit about the book that I'm going to be sharing with you. It is called The Secrets of Kings, and it will follow an interesting set of characters from a fictional world called Frowena. Now, there will be a lot of mysteries and intriguing secrets to be discovered, all of which have some really serious implications on both the characters themselves and the kingdom in which they reside. I hope that you'll be interested in joining and watching. I think some of the characters are really compelling. Hopefully you will agree. So starting next week, I hope you will join me for the first installment of The Secrets of Kings. If you think you might be interested in following along on this crazy journey of mine, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you will be notified when my new videos go live. My current plan is for videos to go up on Sunday mornings. Be sure to like my videos if you do like the story, and be sure to also comment if you have questions for me that you want me to answer during hiatus, or if there are ideas that you have or theories that you have relating to some of the mystery. And I guess I will see you next week for the first installment. Have mercy on me, and cheers, and here's to me not crashing and burning.